Hey guys, how are you? Camilo here, and I've got a really cool video to show you. Um, if you are familiar with the Think and Grow Rich book by Napoleon Hill, then you are probably familiar with the term your definite major purpose, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go get that book, particularly if you're someone that's interested in home-based business or earning money online. If that's kind of one of your objectives, I don't want to just say getting rich because I believe, as you get into this arena, at least where we play in, where we build a business while having a life, it's a lot more about developing ourselves as individuals and using our personal power to manifest this wonderful life. And, we do it, of course, by earning a nice, sizable income online. But I wanted to share with you this really cool exercise that has been working really well for me. And I'm really excited because I've taken it now to the next level where I've actually done something incredible that you might think is kind of silly. And you may be a little apprehensive, but I promise you, if you do this, you're going to start seeing results very quickly and it's going to change your mind and your entire outlook on life, business, whatever, very quickly. So I want to basically switch over to my garage band and I want to kind of give you a little taste of what I'm talking about. Let me just play something for you and listen closely.
This is my definite chief aim. I wake up naturally when my body feels well rested and my eyes are ready to open. I am overflowing with happiness and vibrant energy because my family and I are free to do what we want whenever we want. Time is never an impasse, and we always have more than enough time to do anything we desire, no matter what the cost.
Okay, so that's a little taste. What that is, guys, that is this portion of my what I call the definite chief aim, which is a statement that is appended to your definite major purpose manifest. Now, again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is very easily explained in the book Think and Grow Rich. You can literally download. Some people actually give this book away. There's PDFs. If you happen to have to buy it, you can get a copy for as little as $4. You must read this book. It is absolutely phenomenal and foundational in your education if you're really interested in learning how to create an income that can change your life so you can do the things that you want. So very briefly, I'll walk you through this. The very first portion of the manifesto basically sets your intention. By what time do you want to make X amount of money? What are you going to exchange, okay, to get that money? In other words, what value are you going to offer? And then the third portion of this statement deals with, clearly setting a statement out there that says you believe and you have faith that you're going to accumulate this money. In fact, a plan will be shown to you how to accumulate this money. And when you receive that plan, you're going to follow it. So this isn't about hocus pocus. What this does is it aligns you in your subconscious in such a way where you are going to be more in tuned to opportunities. You're going to be able to recognize opportunities. And it talks about this a little bit further down when we sort of break down the faith formula. The first part is basically just acknowledging that you are basically innately capable of achieving anything you want. Whatever your purpose is, whatever you want to achieve, you are innately capable of doing it because it is inside all of us. The second part talks about the fact that thoughts really are going to drive your results. Thoughts are things, and eventually they produce an outward physical action, and that's the key word, or the key term rather, physical action. It's not going to happen magically, but it's going to sort of drive you to take action because you saw something or your gut told you that this thing that you saw here, this ad, this landing page, this classified, whatever it is, you'll feel a gut sort of feeling that's going to nudge you, and you're going to kind of know that this might be something that you're looking for. This might be the key. So this physical action then in turn, once you perform that action and you take a step forward, eventually by consistently taking action, you eventually transform those actions into the physical reality of what your objective might be. So if it's, I want to make $1,000 a month, part time, then the actions that you take consistently will eventually lead to that. Make sense? So the third portion of this faith formula deals with autosuggestion. The fourth one deals with, writing this stuff down, making sure that you write it down so that you read it and you sort of remind yourself on a daily basis, at least twice a day, so that you can start reprogramming your brain. And then the fifth one basically says, I'm not just going to think and grow rich. I'm going to actually offer value to the world, and by offering this value in exchange for that, I'm going to get this thing that I want. Now, the way we take this to the next level is we continue to write what I define as the chief definite aim, or the definite chief aim rather. And this is essentially just you basically closing your eyes for a second and imagining what your day is like, what your life is like when you achieve the goal. What are you doing? What are you feeling? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? You're not going to the office because you don't have to work anymore. So what are you doing with your day? What are you doing, with your family? How do you know that what's the evidence out there that tells you that you've arrived, that you've now accomplished this amazing goal and you're living this awesome life? And for me, I wrote a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of stuff. As you can see, I wrote a lot. I wanted to get very, very specific. So I wrote all of this, and then at the very end, I wrote my affirmations. Okay, and if you don't know what affirmations are, basically it's a take on, affirmations. All right, so this is not actually a misspelling. This is Noah St. John's sort of trademark. This is sort of his signature thing that he teaches. Affirmations is basically, he says, it's hard for people to say I am rich and believe that they are rich, because the next day they're going to work, and they're going to work the next week and the next month. And so it doesn't matter how many times you say I am rich, I am successful. If you're not really progressing, it's going to be hard for you to fool your brain into believing that that's true. So instead, he says, ask the question, why am I so rich, or why am I so happy, or why am I so successful? And your brain handles that statement very differently. Your brain in turn tries to find the answer and serve the answer to you by proving to you that you are, because your question assumes that you've already accomplished the goal. You may need to rewind and listen to that 3-4 times before it clicks, but trust me, it's really powerful. Again, I don't want to get into what an affirmation is. This is not the video. I have a video on it on my YouTube account. You can go check it out. But I have written all my affirmations here, and as you can see, I've gotten very specific again. And so everything that you see here in this document I showed you, I have recorded.
Every morning, I ask myself, how do I want to spend my day today? And then I do exactly what I want to do, because I've been blessed with unlimited financial resources and freedom. And I am the master of my own time.
Okay, so that's the definite chief aim. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. I want to see if I can get to the point where I am doing my affirmations.
Error and safe haven in other people's lives.
There you go.
Why do I take responsibility for gaining the support I need to succeed? Why do I have the courage to ask for the support I need?
Okay, so those are affirmations. And so what you do is you record this, and this track here, if I actually mute it, you can hear this sort of like pulsating tone. Okay, that's a binaural track that allows you to sort of like, your brain just kind of like latches onto it. And if you're not careful, if you're laying down, it'll actually put you to sleep fairly easy. But that's not a bad thing, because what you actually want to do is you want to leave this playing in the background, even when you're sleeping. So overnight, your spouse might not love you for a while, but trust me, find a way. Go sleep in a different room, put headphones on, whatever. If you do this, it will subconsciously, well, let me rephrase that. It'll reprogram your subconscious so that you are able to receive these affirmations, these new ideas, in a way that you would otherwise struggle consciously, because your conscious mind is going to tell you all the reasons why you can't do all this stuff. Does that make sense, guys? So if you leave it playing in the background, and actually when you are awake, when you're at the office, you actually play this stuff consistently, it actually starts to infiltrate your brain and your head to the point where crazy nutty things start happening. Like, for instance, one of my affirmations is, why is it so easy, or why do I love waking up at 6 o'clock? I am not a morning person, guys, and ever since I started doing this, I am waking up every day consistently at 5:45, 6:10, very naturally. I wanted to really engage on Facebook and really start to really connect with people. And ever since I started doing this, I've added at least 20 something friends over the last 3 weeks. And I've not even tried. I'm not going out there requesting friend requests, because you know how Facebook is right now, how, iffy they are about doing that stuff. So, lead generation has been fantastic since I started doing this. It just, it's little things that I have started to notice, are directly correlated with the stuff that I wrote down are starting to happen. And it sounds really weird. It sounds hocus pocus, but I gotta tell you that I have, no doubt in my mind that it is directly connected and correlated to this exercise. So I highly encourage you to look into this. I'm gonna try and do a deeper write up for my team because I want to share this with them as quickly as possible. I want everyone working with me to start doing this because I think that this is a key part of prepping yourself for success or prepping yourself for achieving whatever objective you might have. It does not matter if it's business related, personal, emotional, spiritual, physical, whatever it is. I have no doubt in my mind that I have uncovered a powerful secret that can allow you to very easily manifest anything you want in life if you just buy into this and you do it consistently for at least 30 days. Does that make sense, guys? I Listen, I'm not about hype. I think this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, ever done, ever experienced in a very long time, and I highly recommend it. If you want to learn more about this, connect with me on Facebook. I'd be glad to chat with you about this. I think this is really cool, and it would do you a ton of good. All right, take care. We'll see you next time.